Hello again, chaps and chapettes, how are we all doing? It is lovely to see you all again. As always, I'm sorry if I look a bit red on camera, my friends. I just recently got in from the house just to pop down to doctors to have a rash on the back of my legs looked at. On the plus side though, the doctor I saw was very, very attractive. Way too young for me and way too intelligent for me, obviously, but she must have been about 25, and I was there with my pants around my ankles, getting her to look around the back of my legs, and I was like, yeah, you are quite fit, my dear. She was some kind of Spanish girl, proper thick, sort of like Hispanic accent. Dr. Cortez, I think her name was. And yeah, she was very, very nice. So yeah, that's the highlight of my morning, guys. I know I'm in a 16-year relationship with my missus, but yeah, just because you're on a diet don't mean you can't look at the menu, just as long as you don't eat. Anyway, my friends, enough wibble. I want to talk to you about the double standards of the police force in this country, specifically in this case about what happened in Epping yesterday. Now I know a lot of you all know that the residents in Epping are up in arms. They are pissing blood, they are pissing fire at the fact that an illegal immigrant has been charged with sexual assault on a young girl in the area. Now I've seen videos and pictures from what happened yesterday, and the usual suspects are bemoaning and demonising us as far-right bigots and oh my god, look at them attacking the police. But is it any fucking wonder when certain communities in this country are being targeted by other certain communities, particularly when it comes to children, and yet consistent governments, every government that comes into power, is constantly bringing more and more of these people in, and people are feeling attacked, they are feeling afraid, and of course there is a lot of pent-up aggression because they're not allowed to say anything unless of course they want to lose their jobs or get arrested for racism or Islamophobia or some other kind of nonsense. I pointed out not so long back when the Palestine Action mob were in Manchester, and the police went over nice and calmly, and he started asking, would you mind dispersing, otherwise we may have to arrest you, blah de blah de blah, nice and kid gloves and, you know, wrapped in cotton wool kind of thing. And of course he didn't move. I mean, why else wouldn't you fucking move? You want to make your stand, you want to try and break the law, so the police come over and calmly and carefully get you by the arms, get you by the legs, and carry you off to a police van, place you in there nice and softly, take you to a nice cushy interview room or a prison cell, give you a nice cup of tea, maybe some avocado on toast, something like that. You know the rest of the script, how these wankers are fucking trapped by the police. But when it comes to the other side, with angry, rightfully concerned parents letting out their frustrations in the name of a protest, and how do the police react? They come in riot vans, speeding through blockades, almost knocking down people, full-on riot gear, riot shields, batons, the whole lot, knocking you out nearly with the riot shield, and throwing people literally in backs of vans. People say we don't have two-tier policing in this fucking country. I call bollocks. You treat one group with kid gloves and you treat another one with pepper spray, tasers and batons. It is bang out of order, it needs to stop, and the police need to be held accountable. Not just for the Epping riots, I'm talking about various other protests that the right have. Tommy Robinson marches with police lining the streets who are also in riot gear, ready to crack some skulls with their batons and riot shields. It's bang out of order, I don't agree with it, it annoys me. That's my video, I'm off to work yet again, and I'll see you in the next one, my friends. Have a good day. Cheers.